We just about made it one calendar year without having temperatures as low as what we experienced last night into this morning, and we'll have a repeat performance. But if you go back to February 19th of 2021, we actually bottomed out at 2 degrees, and that was an interesting week for those of you that may or may not remember it, but we actually rolled from February the 12th all the way to February the 19th with overnight lows that range from anywhere from 15 below zero. And during that time, the highest we saw was only 9 above zero. That's right, from the 12th to the 19th back of last year. So all of a sudden, maybe that 19, nothing to scoff at right now over 7th and range line. North wind coming in at 15 miles per hour. But hey, we've come a long way from the single digits that we were at this morning, working up into the high teens, if not low 20s. The north wind, yeah, it's still causing quite a bit of a wind chill out there. And so here's what it feels like at the noon hour. Still struggling to get to double digits. Huge temperature change. And you know, the real amazing thing about this cold front is while it was hanging over us, presenting a 30-degree difference just during the morning hours, look at how far this thing has penetrated. Remember, this came off the Canadian border not but 36 hours ago, and now we're seeing it press all the way down to the Gulf Coast states. As far as our changes go in particular, starting to normalize a little bit. We had a 30-degree difference this morning. Now we're sitting about from 10 to 15 degrees cooler for the noon hour. Now, should have jumped into this yesterday. We hit it this morning, but for those of you that are even going to be out for the afternoon and especially evening, nighttime hours, we need to concentrate on our character there on the far right because this is considered extreme cold. While we don't have any advisories, watches, or warnings associated with our wind chills, best to be on the safe side, especially with the kiddos. 3+ layers up top, 2 pair of pants. We don't need to worry about the waterproof boots. That is one of the nice things because our humidity so low, this air mass is actually turning out to be very, very dry for us as it hangs over. But of course, you're also going to want to make sure if you have a scarf or a mask, kids are used to it these days just about, huh? Let's make sure that they have something covering their face. No worries on the Skywatch Storm Tracker, little cloud cover sitting down to our south. Now, as we look at the national perspective, I want to point out what's developing here over the East Coast because you got everything from thunderstorm activity down throughout Alabama and Georgia up to snow on the far northeastern portion of the United States. So what we'll do is we'll put on the old Skywatch Storm Tracker sky coverage, and then we're going to duck down underneath it. And here's the problem that this is posing. We've heard about this 5G rollout. Well, Mother Nature is now delaying, if not canceling, some flights because of the 5G rollout. Now, here's the problem specifically. That 5G frequency that it uses is oh so close to a plane's altimeter. So when you've got poor visibility, like what you're seeing all along the East Coast right now, the FAA simply saying because 5G is just now rolling out, it's close to your altimeter, you may not know how far you are above the ground when you're coming into land. So we do have weather delays, especially when you look at places like DC and New York City. Look at that. That's more than a quarter of the flights coming out of New York City right now, whether it be LaGuardia or JFK, that have been delayed and or canceled. So Mother Nature will help out here by the end of the week. But yeah, everything you've heard about that 5G, remember the weather plays a factor in that as well. We'll go low 20s later on today, but more importantly, the reason I wanted to hit that cold weather safety graphic is because we are going to rinse and repeat for tonight into tomorrow morning. So there we go. Tomorrow morning, that's probably where we'll bottom out. You notice that's around the 7 o'clock hour. They'll have some -7s, if not -8s. We saw some 8 belows wind chill wise this morning, and that's about where we're going to top out as far as what our wind chill is for tomorrow, up into the low 20s. Our temperature will actually get in the 30s, but our wind chill will stay in the 20s. Now, speaking of that East Coast storm, by the time Friday is over, the FAA and the airports, they can figure that out because it'll really just be the mid-Atlantic that'll kind of be isolated with the winter weather. And for us, while they can deal with the winter weather and 5G problems, we're going to enjoy a Saturday with seasonable temps in the 40s. And then, Tanya, we deserve this. A Sunday where we're going to throw up some 50s and we won't have to worry about wind chills anymore.
I'm not complaining about that at all. 50s after this morning and tonight.
You know, you think about it, you get all your stuff done Saturday evening into Sunday morning, sit back, kick it, and you watch the Chiefs game and not have to worry about huddling up in 18 layers and an electric blanket.
There you go. I'll still prefer to watch it indoors, but it'll be great. All right, thanks, Michael. We